One of the biggest mistakes, I still hear it today from young people, I don't have to worry because I'm still
young.
Yeah, and that is death to most people, because eventually you get old and then you're not young again. One of the most important things you have in your life is time. It's one of your greatest assets, or it's your liability.
You can overcome many, many very difficult things in life. The only thing you cannot ever overcome is your own death. You can overcome anything except your own death.
This is the reason why you shouldn't waste any time, and why most people fail to achieve their goals. 1 year isn't just 1 year. Let's consider an average person who spends 8 hours a day sleeping, 8 hours working, 4 hours on social media, and 2 hours on activities like eating and showering. They are left with only around 2 hours to be productive. In reality, most people tend to waste these 2 hours, but let's assume that an average person is using 1 hour of productive work a day. If you take 1 hour a day and multiply it by 365, you have 365 hours, which are 15 days, meaning in your life 2 years are worth only 1 month. Therefore, 5 years are worth nothing more than 2 months. As you put in this small amount of productive work, days go.
When you can't stay motivated, stay consistent. Alright? Consistency gonna bring back your motivation, no matter what it is. You heard? Basketball players, rappers, sanitation people, whatever it is, you dig? That consistency, staying on point, staying disciplined, staying focused, no matter on them days that's hard, they're gonna make the days that you are motivated that much greater.
What if you did it? What if you actually did it? How do you think you'd feel? I mean, just for a minute, think about what your life would look like if you hit every goal that you have. If you actually went out and did everything you said you were going to do, what would your life look like?
The rule of 100 states that if you spend 100 hours in a year, which is 18 minutes a day, all of us, in any discipline, karate, violin, piano, whatever, if you spend 18 minutes a day, which is 100 hours a year, you'll be better than 95% of the world in that discipline. It's just the consistency of whatever you do more than anything else.
Here's a psychological trick that you can not live without. This is insanely powerful, and it goes like this. If you are anxious, if you are nervous, if you have an uncomfortable feeling in your body, and you do what I did, you splash cold water into your face, or you dip your face into cold water. This will activate something very ancient in you called the diving reflex. And the diving reflex has this function that it immediately lowers your heart rate and removes that feeling of anxiety in your body, and it goes immediately. Did I say that? This is so powerful. Share it, use it your entire life. It's incredible.
Hey, guess what? It's going to be the hardest thing you ever did. Along the way, you're going to lose all your fucking friends. You're going to struggle. You're going to make mistakes. There's going to be multiple fucking days where you don't think that you're going to make it. And those days sometimes last for months. Nobody's going to relate to you. No one's going to understand why you're doing it. Everybody's going to question it. They might laugh at you now. Everybody laughed at me back in the day. Fucking everybody. Guess who's laughing now? Not them, motherfucker. Me.
This took me like 30 years to figure out, and I figured it out on this tour. There's a lot of potential you locked in your genetic code. And then if you put yourself in a new situation, then the stress, that's the situational stress that's produced by that particular situation, unlocks those genes and then builds new parts of you. And so that's very cool, because who knows how much there is locked inside of you.
I don't believe in talent. I'm here because I worked hard my whole life. Without that work, no one in this room would know who I am except my family. So to all the kids around the world watching, paying attention, and aspiring to be like one of us or even on the stage someday, put the work in and watch the magical ride you go on.
If you really want to be the best of the best, you have to treat every day like it's a whole new project. And there's no shortcuts, there's no slacking off, and your commitment.
If you want to survive your storm, keep your mouth closed, but your heart open. Because when you hold your peace, you keep your peace. A ship does not sink because water is in the water. A ship sinks because water gets in the ship. As long as you keep your mouth closed, the water won't get in your ship. Here's the second thing that I would tell you, is to control what you can. Control what you can. If you can't control it, don't lose sleep over it. Control what you can. Control what you can. You can't control the economy. You can't control panic that's happening in the minds and hearts of everybody else. You can't control somebody else's opinion. You can't control what people think about you and what they say about you. You can't control what you can, because the quality of your life is directly related to the quality of your attitude.
A lot of you need to